Oh, some guy just got a triple.
Oh, yeah. Come on, come on, come on. Push up. Make it like a brawn. Push up, baby. Pooped him. Pooped on him. Pooped on him.
I'll clean him up for you.
Alright, enemy heli's been spotted. Hang on here. Oh, just under it. Just under it. Oh, I grazed his gooch. Come on. Come back. He's flaring about. Flaring like a bad case of fucking herpes. Come on, man.
Like, OMG, last night I was totally in the server, right? And I was in the cockpit. I said, cock, you know, dirty, silly dolphin. And last night I was learning how to fly this helicopter, and all of a sudden it randomly transformed into a submarine. I didn't know what to do, and it just, boom! Guys, I don't know. But as you guys can tell, I learned how to fly overnight. I'm pretty damn good at it now. Rage inbound, top left corner. Enjoy the chat. No, I'm really not good at flying helicopters or jets. I mean, I have learned. I know this is just completely awkward, but a lot of you guys asked me to play these different maps, and I kind of got in there. I wanted to switch seats with somebody, but I can't fly for shit in this game. I love playing on the ground. I'm good with tanks. I'm good with vehicles. I could drive around, but when it comes down to flying, man, we're man. We weren't built to fucking fly. Just saying, guys. Putting that out there. It's not one thing that I've always wanted to do. But, you know, anyways, playing a little bit. You guys often ask to see different maps, and I wanted to throw this up because I played the other night with Red Dragons. We were having some fun, as well as you guys can get that answer. Many people ask me all the time, hey, Pone, do you usually goof off in your commentaries like you do in real lobbies? So that initial clip that you guys heard before my impressive helicopter driving was me and him goofing around. So, yes, I act like a moron every lobby, no matter who I'm gaming with. It's me. I like to have fun, and if being stupid is fun, guess what? I'm stupid. I'm going to do it. So, and there's one more thing I wanted to ask you guys, and I don't know because, like I said, I don't play this map too often. There was this guy that had the helicopter, he knew how to fly it properly, and he was all up in the air, and he stayed up there the whole time. I don't think he got a single damn kill the entire game, and he was just like hovering. So I don't know if he was in a boundary, like an out of area zone, but he never got shot down once. So I wasn't sure whether or not he was like glitching or abusive, or if we're like some random dog that can't look straight up or something. And I was wondering what was going on because he never got taken down, so I just used that to my advantage, and then I just continuously spawned on the guy over and over and over again, and with that, gave me the opportunity to start playing the objective more, and me and Dragons, we tore this up. We had a lot of fun that night. We played different maps, had some fun, and was messing around a little bit. As you guys can tell, I was in a good mood. I was having fun, and with that being said, I wanted to ask you guys, a couple questions in this, and the topic today is stats. Yes, S-T-A-T-S, stats. The idea behind this is, does stats matter? Now I'm gonna just go across a wide area of examples and opinions on this one right here. Basically, stats, do they mean something to you? I mean, whether or not it's Battlefield, Call of Duty, how many chicks you've banged consciously. I mean, do stats really matter to people and where they are? Because everyone wants to better themselves, but do you think, oh my god, yeah, this freaked me out too. I'm like, what's going on? And I started watching the radar and shit. I don't know what happened. It never happened to me before this game. A lot of weird shit happened in this game. But anyways, basically, I wanted to ask you guys, because a lot of people tend to base, judgments on other people or think they're better than other people based on their stats. Whether or not the stats live up to someone else's expectations or something. A lot of people, especially in the Battlefield community, can go check out somebody's battle log, and they think they know everything about the guy. Like, seriously, social security size, fucking blood type. They know everything about him by just checking out stats. So it's like, do stats really matter to people? And we'll take Battlefield, for example. Can you tell, what kind of player somebody is, or if he's a good player, or if he's a nice guy by, his score per minute, or his win-loss, or, his kill-death, or anything like that? And does that kind of stuff really, really matter? Take, for example, Call of Duty. The thing that most people like to compare is people tend to lean more towards win-loss on Battlefield and more towards kill-death on Call of Duty. And I was just going to ask you guys, do you fully agree with that? I mean, if I felt that, I understand entirely. I don't play for kill-death in this game at all. I play to win, even though you guys may not understand that. And that's the same thing I wanted to talk about, stats. You guys like, what do you mean you play to win? I've seen your win-loss. My win-loss isn't special. It really isn't. I do dick around sometimes, but when I'm playing with friends, I do play for the win almost every time I'm in a game. But I also get held back. And in a game such as Battlefield, where there's so many people and so many people can hold you back or even benefit you, there's so many standards out there. It's not like I myself can control every win and loss. So when people see my win-loss or something like that, they tend to judge me. You know, you're like at a 1.5 or some shit, and you should be doing at least a 2.5 to, get any sort of recognition, man. You're dropping the ball. And I think judging people by stats is a little bit wrong. I mean, don't come, if somebody comes at me shit-talking like, man, you're fucking garbage, man. I kill so much better than you. And he's got like a 2KD and I've got like a 4KD. That's one thing, because the stats are against you in that. In most cases, something that distinct, double the kill-death ratio, is something different. But, with the win-loss, I play for the win every time. We may not always get it, but like I said, there are a lot of things that factor in. So are stats really that important to you guys? I mean, if would you rather have a guy come into your team that knows what he's doing and play aggressive? And, I tend to do it too. Everybody's guilty of judging other people just based off of what they see. That's the evidence given. So do you think that's right, though? Do you think it's in our nature to be extremely competitive and judgmental? And, in all honesty, I love stats. I mean, stats really didn't mean much to me in Call of Duty. They don't mean anything to me in this, and they really didn't mean too much to me in some of these other games, because people can rage quit, people dashboard, teams hold you back. I mean, there's so many random possibilities, so many factors out there. There's really no way to tell if you are good or if you're better than somebody else. If I was rocking out a solid team and I had a full squad every time I played, my win loss would probably be like a fucking 4. Like, there's so many things that factor in impact what you do, that it's not right. I play with myself a lot. Oh, fuck, that came out wrong. I play by myself a lot. And, and with that being said, I tend to get put on bad teams sometimes. And, I'm not being mad at them, but, a lot of people would judge me on that because, oh, you lost. And I'm like, I can't carry a team myself. And I can't say I don't care if we win or lose. I play for the win, but if we lose, I don't care. I mean, I'm a little upset that my team didn't put in, I can't say didn't put in harder effort. But if my team's doing good and we end up losing a close game, I don't care. Now, if I've got a bunch of guys that are just driving around a map trying to kill people the entire game, and, there's like 5 dudes wasting a spot that could potentially go to a better player, that annoys me. I don't care if it's 1 or 2 guys that are being stupid, but usually it's a group of guys that hit a meeting and they were like, all right, tonight, guys, we need to discuss how to piss off Bone Star. Yep, you 5, good, go on. In his squad, 3 of you, yep, go. And that's the kind of thing that I deal with that. So I wanted to ask you guys, what things in life do stats really matter to you? And, and enjoy that. Most people think that you have to have a large number of stats. Take, for example, sleeping partners, sexual intercourse, sensual agreement thingies. Those people, women. I don't know. So, take that for an example. Most people, most of my guy friends would be like, yeah, man, I fucking, I nailed like 14 chicks and oh my God, the bobbleheads out there these days. And, I get that stuff. My stories boast and, my friends, they boast and they're like, yeah, man, I slept with this chick the other day. She had like 3 vaginas. I hear all these stories and they think that makes them better or, they get, credentials or some shit. They lay it out. You can put that on your resume. I mean, what kind of stats really, really matter? They brag about that. And you know what I do? I'm like, yo, get this. I've been with one woman my entire life, and I plan to keep it that way. Call me consistent. Call me, getting it right the first time. I mean, what that is, that's special to me. So it may not be a large number. I may not have all of these women, but, I had opportunities, but I passed that down, and that was a choice. So, I think a lot of people judge too much on certain stats, and they try to think, and people naturally try to make themselves feel better or look better than other people. And by doing that, they usually degrade the other ones. So, I see a lot of that in, this community, other communities, especially guys as competitive as we are. We got to stretch out the E-peen. So, with that being said, what are some things that you value stats-wise, and what are some things that you think are just completely useless to try to keep track of? Like, seriously, it's one thing I want to know about. I think stats in a video game don't mean shit. 10 years from now, when my little fucking kid is all grown up and he's playing Modern Warfare 9 and Battlefield 64 and shit, I'm not going to be like, man, you should have seen what I did back in the day. I almost flew a helicopter, man. It's not like it's not something that I'm going to keep with me. It might make me feel good for right now to boast and brag. I mean, I'm aware of what I have, but what kind of stats matter to you when there's so many factors in there? Why do people get comfort out of trying to think or, try to make themselves feel better? I mean, what kind of stats really, really matter? I mean, there are things like losing weight, keeping track of that. I mean, so what are things that are influential to you? What are things that matter to you? Because I just wanted to ask you guys. Now, and do video game stats, battle log, the big question, does that matter to you guys at all? Leave that down in the comments below. Remember to rate up the video. It helps out a lot, guys. Peace out. Get it.
Come on, man. You just kill her.